have Doge, Doge and Social Security data, a thumb drive full of America's secrets. A whistleblower complaint filed with the Social Security Administration's own Inspector General alleges that a former Doge software engineer walked out the door with restricted databases on a personal thumb drive. We're not talking about a few files here, we're actually talking about records for over 500 million living and dead Americans. What is Doge? Who are these employees and what access did they have? The databases in question, the is called Numident, I believe, which contains social security numbers, birth dates, citizenship status, race, ethnicity, and parents' names, and the master death file. These are the most sensitive identity databases the federal government maintains. According to the complaint, the engineer told colleagues he had God level access to the SSA systems. He allegedly said that even after leaving government employment, he retained his credentials and he reportedly expected a presidential pardon if he got caught. So, this is not the first Doge related data concern at the SSA. In January, two other Doge members were suspected of sharing social security numbers with a political advocacy group. Another whistleblower earlier alleged that Doge uploaded SSA data to an unsanctioned cloud server. A federal judge had previously blocked Doge from SSA systems, describing it as a phishing expedition. Now, from a cybersecurity lens, this is obviously a classic insider threat scenario. An employee who obviously had elevated privileges, he had legitimate authorized access using that in a way that violates policy, law, or intent. The challenge with insider threats is that traditional perimeter security obviously will not catch this. You can't firewall a thumb drive that's already in someone's pocket. The SSA spokesperson denied any wrongdoing. Their investigation is ongoing. But I kind of want to be clear about the stakes. One former SSA chief data officer called this potentially an irrecoverable loss. He said, once that data has left the building, you cannot close Pandora's box again. This could require a complete redesign of how identity works in the United States. Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, was established by executive order and granted broad access to federal agency systems. Its employees, many of them tech contractors, were given access that career employees say exceeded normal protocols. The SSA processes benefits for over 70 million Americans and maintains some of the most sensitive identity data in existence. This obviously is a textbook insider threat case study. The controls that failed here were data exfiltration prevention, so DLP, privilege access management, offboarding credential revocation, and audit logging. Organizations need to ask themselves when an employee leaves, how long does it take to revoke all of their access? If the answer is we're not sure, obviously that's a gap. Insider threat analytics in itself is a lot. I think that companies feel like it's a big haul and they are they're nervous on how to correctly deploy it as a solution most times. Um, but obviously in this case, it's better to have it in place and receive those bells and whistles when you need them. I think that this was crazy.
Yeah, it's
What did he say? He had godlike access.
I mean, every day we just read about another thing like how Doge was always a bad idea.
Mhm.
You have people like this is why. Hang on, let me.
It's the Excel for me.
Oh man, let me get this. Buddy who had got fired or laid off from Amazon, he do got a new job now, so shout out to him. But this goes into why people always kind of are low key like, bro, y'all in the government and don't be doing no work and y'all don't know what y'all doing. This is why people feel like that. Because even if Doge came in there still should have been places that, okay, these people are going to revoke their access, everything they have. And these people should have never been able to put thumb drives.
Don't even get me started on the lack of data security in general. First of all, why can you even plug up a thumb drive to an SSA system?
Right. And if you were, it had to be approved into where it would only work on that system because you can do that.
You can.
So
They don't have any data security controls clearly in place.
And that is why I'm like, I just kind of get upset or like,
It is very
some
frustrating.
ain't right. Because being a contractor for TSA, they were super strict. Hey, you can plug none into the machines, the DHS machines. This is how you kind of verify these people when they come on. Like, literally high level. And this was 12 years ago when it came to identity access management. So everything is just getting so lax. It really, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's a clusterfuck right now. Like, then a dude talking about, like, why'd he say he needs to get him a pardon?
Why are we already talking
That's
about?
what I need.
But the intent obviously is to be malicious. His intention was to be malicious, because why would you say that? You ain't get them social security numbers to go do good with them.
Man, I don't know. And I'm wondering, like, are they gonna tell the people who?
No, probably not, because they don't know.
I beg your pardon.
Like, this is wild, bro. Like, don't.
But this is my thing. We see all this stuff going on, and we just turn a blind eye to it.
It's not that we turn a blind eye. What can you do?
That's what I'm saying.